broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Spit it. About to split, cause I got my blackness. What? We just gonna keep rapping. What? We just got this song. What? It's a by now. Go.
Megan, I was expecting more from you, honey.
You know what? How you gonna hate on my lyrics?
Because I can't do it. You gotta do it for me, honey. You gotta do it.
I didn't come hard enough. I didn't all on you.
You did it good. You did it. Straight off the dome. That was good.
So sad.
Hey, Blackish fans. I'm sure you are happy to see us again. I'm joined with someone new. This is not Stacey Ike. This is not Megan Thomas. This is not Shaprintace Lynn. This is the fabulous Yara Shahidi joining us in studio for season 1, episode 20. How are you, honey?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So we've been waiting for Yara to come in for so long. We love Zoe on the show. But before we get into the recap and get to know about this lovely lady, I'm your host, Courtney Tezeno, and you guys can keep in touch with me at Teznos on Twitter and Instagram. Be sure to head over to our YouTube. We have it on SoundCloud. We have it on iTunes. You can listen to us and watch us anywhere. So be sure to subscribe and give us 5 stars. And I want to go ahead and let my co-hosts introduce themselves.
What's up, girl? Hey, y'all. It's me, Megan Thomas, at Meg Scoop on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And make sure you use the hashtag ABTVBlackish because we really want to know what you guys are talking about. And if you have any questions for Yara, well, we might shout you out.
And I'm your host, Shaprintace Lynn. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Shaprintace Lynn with 2 N's. And don't forget to leave those comments when you are watching our show.
Spirit fans. And where can everybody find you, Yara?
I am on Twitter at Real Yara Shahidi, SHAHIDI. And then just to make it extra difficult, I have a different Instagram name. It's at Official Yara Shahidi. And yeah, that's where they can find me.
Okay.
All right. Well, you guys be sure to send your questions the entire episode. We're going to listen to your, we're going to look at your comments. And if you have anything great to say, we will read them on air. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode. Let's go ahead and recap this thing.
Do it.
So this one was called Switch Hitting. And I think that's a perfect title because it's all about keeping it real and playing both sides of the fence. Mainstream versus playing down to earth or real. I put air quotes because I don't know what real
Girl,
is.
you know what real is. Don't even play like that. You know what real is.
I'm going to let you explain what is real. What is real,
okay,
Megan?
let's just be, because this is why I love this show, because there's always a time when they talk about stuff that as Black people we don't really talk about outside of Black people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's one of the things, like living in 2 different worlds. You know, with your Black friends, you say and you act one way, but then when you get around your white coworkers, you might talk a little more proper, and you might say 100 versus 100. Because
you say 100. I don't
say that at all.
Exactly.
I don't say 100 or 100. I don't say any of that. I use the little emoji if I need to use it. Use the emoji. But no, I'm saying, like, this is something as Black people that we have to master.
Mm-hmm.
We live in a country that is not majority us. So as a result, we have to learn how to, weave through a couple of different worlds. So it's funny that they tackled this in this show today, because I was like, oh, y'all gonna tell all the white people the secret?
Right.
Y'all gonna feel that we have to live like this? Okay. All right. I'm down with it.
I thought it was great. I mean, everybody outside of Black people, all minorities, we have to kind of be universal to fit in, which I think is crazy because this is America, like the melting pot. You'd think everybody would be down with it by now. But we see that they have some awkward corporate America moments that were hilarious.
Yes, they do. One, I just have to take a moment for all the awkward handshakes in the beginning. Like when Josh goes in for that hug, he goes all the way in and it's a weird embrace.
That's too much. And then the high five with the
Yes,
hand
the
hold.
sexy finger
Yeah,
lock, yes.
Have you ever had somebody do that to you? You're like,
Yes.
oh, not you.
I was like,
I don't want you to touch my hand like that. Not you.
That wasn't it. And then the fist grab. I've never seen the fist grab. I was like,
Oh, I've done that before.
Sadly, that's happened to me on the set of Blackish. Marcus and I tried, like, I was going in for a fist bump. He was going in for a high five.
Oh.
oh.
Oh, that's funny.
Marcus.
All right.
We are blackish.
Definitely
You
blackish.
are, definitely.
So in that scene, did Anthony improvise at all with that? Or did you guys get a chance to improvise at all or give your input?
Well, improv's always involved in every single episode. Now, I know Kenya was just genius and added the fist grabs in there, and that was in the script. But, Charlie's eye acting, completely him. Little awkward stares, that's all Charlie. And then, yeah, we improv'd a lot. I mean, the ba-bang moment, that was in there, but then I went huge in some takes where I was screaming, and then there were some takes where I was like, ba-bang, ba-bang.
Oh, pretty cool. Okay. So you threw that in there. Good. I like that.
Do they encourage improv on the set?
Of course. I mean, I think that's where the scene comes alive, because once you really get into the scene to the point in which you can add your own stuff and it still makes sense in the scene,
right,
then you know you've got your character down and that the scene has become real life. It's no longer just what was written on the script.
Right. Awesome. And can I say, I'm just like staring at you as you're talking, and your hair is amazing, honey.
What is the secret? What is the secret?
Well, this was actually a wash and go. Recently got my hair cut, getting all the dead ends off, trying to keep it natural, minimal heat during hiatus, and we're just experimenting. I keep my hair nice and safe during this hiatus period, so a lot of conditioning, and then different gels, just seeing what works with my hair, because sometimes my hair is like, oh, you're gonna try and do that?
Right.
Oh, you think
That's not gonna work, right?
Oh, okay.
Right.
And just laughs at me all day, but this time it worked.
Do you do any protective styles?
The bun is the go-to, or milkmaid braid. Tracee does it best. Her braid around her head.
Yeah.
So I just sit there and watch, and then I use that.
That was gonna be my next question. Do you and Tracee exchange like hair secrets? And
All the time. I think it was like the third episode. We just started shooting, and everybody was still trying to get to know each other. We felt like a family, but there was still we still needed to connect.
Yeah,
right.
And she calls me, she's like, hey, Yara, do you want to do a mini photo shoot? Natural hair, just wash your hair and come over here. So then we did our hair together to the point where it was like,
massive.
Wow.
And we just had like a fun photo shoot on her balcony.
Oh, so like off-camera mom and daughter moments. That's so awesome.
Oh, that's good. And by the way, are you mixed?
Yes.
What do you mix with?
Megan.
I am literally blackish. I am and I am half Persian. That's
you're
where the
Persian.
Yara comes from.
Okay.
yes, that's what I was gonna ask.
see
What's the
it.
origin of your name? I'm all about unique names,
Right.
clearly.
See, my name has like 10 million meanings. Well, the Persian meaning is somebody close to your heart, because Yar means friend. And then it also means like princess. It's a Brazilian water goddess and a river in Australia.
Oh, girl, you pick them all. Like,
Wait, did you research this or did mom tell you all this?
I researched it. I obviously do a lot with my free time.
Okay.
that's good.
really
better
big.
know what your name is. You are calling me a river in Brazil. Or whatever. You're calling me a water goddess today.
Oh my goodness. So we also saw a lot of stereotypes that Dre was he was giving us all the stereotypes this time. I mean, the hot sauce, the mac and cheese, and mac and cheese, all of that. And then, what was the one that really got me? The greens.
The K-Lard greens?
The K-Lard greens. Who has ever had K-Lard greens?
Child, I made them before. Don't hate.
Megan.
Cause see, I grew up in the South. I'm from Kentucky, so like, I grew up on soul food that will kill you, and like, I grew up in a soul food joint, literally. So as I got older, I was like, I can't be eating this. I gotta make this healthier. So I went through my bowl stage where I did make them K-Lard greens. I was like, oh, I made that before. And the macaroni and cheese, I was pesca vegan for a year. I made that too.
Megan, you are always
Oh
improvising. She is the improvised queen, you guys. Oh my goodness.
Had to.
But I thought, what did you guys think about him implementing all those stereotypes? He was trying so hard to not be himself. Like, that was part of him, but he was going overboard.
What's interesting was this is kind of like a throwback episode to the pilot, because that was the original problem, Dre trying to keep it real until you realize you really can't keep it real if you're not being yourself.
Right.
But I think it's interesting thinking about how people see black culture and how we try and fit into their idea of what we should be like versus being ourselves. Keeping it 100.
All right.
I mean, there's definitely two different types of, not even two different types. There are all types of black people. Like we said, you have to be yourself. But we see Charlie is just being the ultimate.
No, Charlie is being himself.
He is being the ultimate stereotype. I mean, come on, you guys. The sunflower seeds. I
was
love
like, okay,
seeds,
it's one thing when you take sunflower seeds and you like spit them out. But he had like that goo, that nasty liquid at the bottom. That was like the spit liquid. I was like, that's disgusting.
Yeah, that was nasty. I've actually never seen that one. I've seen like
much.
you toss them out, but come
I
on,
think that
Charlie.
was actually Coca-Cola, and he just decided to put them in there.
Oh, I've seen that before. I've seen people spit it out and put it in Coca-Cola.
Yeah, wait, and drink it?
I don't know what
No,
that
I hope not.
is. I didn't stay around to see that.
My goodness. So you guys, this episode we're introduced to White Jay is what Dre is calling him.
Yes.
Please somebody say it for me. Is it Cornell West?
Yes,
The white Cornell
The
West.
white Cornell West.
Yes.
So he really brought like a funny energy to this episode. He was like completely opposite of what you would have thought that his boss would bring in for a white guy to go over the urban division. But what did you guys think about him this episode?
Oh, Michael Rappaport was hilarious. I think what was funny was I didn't know what to expect when he got onto set, and then he just starts talking, and we were trying to hold it together because we had to sit behind, like we were waiting for our entrance, and then we just hear him talking, and we're like, is this really how he talks? And we were not expecting that at all.
Yeah.
So Marcus and I are sitting there like, we're not gonna laugh. We're not gonna laugh.
But when they said cut, everyone was probably laughing.
Yes.
Oh,
He's
goodness.
really like that too. He
is.
is. I don't know. What other movie did he play in that he was just like that? I can't remember, but he's awesome. Like, and when they had him, when I saw that's who they had for this episode, I was like, oh, perfect.
Oh, that person's
perfect. He's White Jay. Perfect. Yes.
He definitely did a great job, but I really was sad to see that Dre was going overboard to impress him when it's like clearly he's showing a very different side. You can relax with him, but he was trying to go overboard. So,
But no, but that's so true with black people. Though. Hasn't there been a time where you had to feel like you needed to prove your blackness?
I mean,
And most times it's not with someone who's white. It's usually with somebody who's black. You might be like, okay, today I'm extra black. Let me go ahead and know my black history. It is Black History Month. And the teacher is looking at me. So let me, you know what I mean? So I get it. Like, and I feel like this is, again, true to the black experience. It's probably happened to all of us.
I mean, even in school, I've gotten used to being called, oh, Yara, you're so whitewashed. You're this, you're that. And it's like, what does that mean?
Right.
So are you saying that if I don't fit your black stereotype, then I am apparently not black?
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness, apparently my mother isn't black.
Right. They're lying to you all these
oh my
years, huh?
goodness,
Right.
I think we've all got it, but that's so funny when you think of like a black person would consider themselves successful, and then someone else is looking like, oh, you sold out. Like when
Right.
Pop said that, I'm like, oh, he's coming from a completely different generation saying you sold out when you started saying, what do you say, nut? What, nut?
Not mean versus
Not mean.
you know what I mean.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know
so
what I
I
mean.
thought that was funny too. Pops, we'll get into Pops later, but he was just a mess this episode.
See, I always want Pops in every single episode, but then I realized he must have been at the gun club the entire time.
Right. With his pistol. Right.
Yeah, and his attaché.
Of course.
At the track. Yeah.
And then we got a chance to see you, Zoe. Yara, I'm sorry. I put that on Zara.
Right,
What was I
put it
just
all
doing?
together.
I did. We got a chance to see you and Jack and Diane all interact for this school project.
Yes.
And you played you played the side with Junior, where you guys were kind of more like on the presentation and really putting it out
with
there.
Jack.
With
With Jack putting out the presentation, and then Diane was more on the wizard side. I don't even think she was with the wizard.
I think it
wizard
was more
side.
like, I would put it like nerds versus like looks.
Now,
'Cause you
what
got
I
this-
do have to say, there's a difference between a nerd and a geek.
It is.
Right.
Junior is a geek.
Yes.
He likes video games and being called Whistledore. He
Exactly.
is not a nerd. I am
Good
a nerd.
point.
Geeks take it to another level.
Well spoken.
So the nerds have the academic hand of it,
Yeah,
and the
it's more
geeks
so
just have
academic.
like the
So
whole,
Diane
Yes.
would be a nerd
There are
too.
geek
Yeah.
academics.
So that's probably why when they joined forces, I was like, how perfect is this? Okay, we got Zoe and Jack, then we got Diane and Junior.
Yeah, I really loved it because, I mean, I haven't had many scenes with just Jack.
Right.
So it was fun to actually have a scene with me and my little brother for
Right.
once. And it was so much fun. I think it was hard to keep it together once he just gave me that blank face because he looked so disappointed. And I know it was a script, but I was like, oh.
I know,
my
he got
God.
you. You know what? I was sad that we didn't get to see what happened with that in this
Yeah,
episode. I really
I was
wanted to
wanting
know
more.
like what the you know, usually at the end they'll show like a piece of they did with Pops at the very end, but typically they'll show something like it's kind of like inclusive of the episode, but a little bit different. I would have loved to see what the outcome was.
Yeah, I mean, we do end up figuring out that Diane goes for Sarah Palin,
Right.
and then Jack Vanilla Ice.
Oh my gosh.
But I would have loved to see them present.
Right.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see what happened.
I mean, I guess we didn't have enough time, but I thought that they did an amazing job this episode,
Let's give
implementing
Blackish
so
an hour.
much. Yeah,
Right.
give them an hour
Yeah.
at least.
Come on, ABC, an hour.
That would be amazing because we could get so many more topics in with that. But the school project, obviously, on Zoe and Junior's end, it was a fail, helping them. But
Yes.
I thought that seeing the sister-brother dynamic was really nice to see that.
Absolutely.
nice.
And hilarious what they ended up picking.
Yeah. And then presenting at the completely wrong time.
But you know, I was actually excited. So, of course, when we see that that Diane is Sarah Palin, I was like, oh, come on.
Wait.
At least Condoleezza Rice, somebody. But then when I saw Jack, I was like, yes, Jack is not going to let us down. He's going to be, look at him. He's being real. And then he said Vanilla Ice.
And called him the Godfather.
Who are you wanting?
And I didn't know who. I just when I saw his attire, I was like, "Yes, he's gonna be one of the godfathers of hip hop for real,
Like Nas or something.
right?
Yeah.
Somebody, come on."
No, they all failed us. And then you were trying to go off to a concert that
Jason Mraz is real, okay?
he's universal, Megan. He's universal.
He is.
He's mainstream.
He's awesome.
He's not on the real side.
So don't hate on him. He's awesome.
So basically, all of Dre's kids embarrassed him this episode when they came in, and he was trying to be overly real. The funniest part was that you guys had a pit bull. Where did you
Name
get
realness.
Where would you
Name realness of all things, right?
Why would you get a pit bull of all things?
You know what he looks like? I think that's the same dog, Chico, from Friday After Next.
Stop. They got Chico for Friday After Next.
that took it to another level.
It looks like him, just like him.
And then I would think that the kids would interact with the dog, but the dog was just Dre's, like to protect everybody. That was just insane. But let's go ahead and get into Pops.
Oh my goodness.
First of all, Lawrence is an amazing actor. I've said that
Yes.
so much. What is it like working with him on set?
He is awesome. Like, Lawrence Fishburne is the person you want to be. Always. Like, you want to be next to him, you want to be him, just consume his energy. He gets onto set and just his Lawrence-ness just sweeps across the room.
Right.
And you can feel it. But he's an amazing person to work with, and he's so funny. I mean,
know.
people are always like, oh, he must be so serious. Da, 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 da. No, he's hilarious.
That's awesome.
I mean, he's had years to perfect that. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, he's
Right.
so good.
That's just seeing him on the Matrix. Like, I feel like that's who he is in real life. And then for us to watch him on Blackish and he's funny, I'm like, oh, I didn't even know.
It's like he has that seriousness to him, but it's still funny.
Right.
And this time he's running from the IRS, which a lot of people are doing this tax season.
Listen,
and you need
honey.
to stop.
Learn the
Stop
lesson.
it.
If they gonna get Ron Isley and Wesley Snipes, they will get you. They do not discriminate.
And Pops, he got it completely wrong. I mean, did White Jay actually take that money?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, he's not going to give the money
He
back?
didn't even say he
I
wasn't.
don't think he took the
White
money.
Jay, we're coming for you.
Right. Taking your pop's money, huh?
Oh my gosh! But they all did the absolute most. Dre was dressing up in like his street gear, and then Pops
What was
dressing
that
up.
though? Like he had an
the
African
chain.
pattern shirt, and then he had a basketball jersey. on
Right.
top.
He had
the
layers
chain.
of ratchetness. I was just like, oh
That
my
is
goodness.
tacky, honey. That is not black and real. That is tacky.
No.
Okay.
Tacky.
I mean, there were times back in the day when everybody rocked the South Pole and all of that. I mean,
Right, but you didn't wear no Kunta Kinte long sleeve under a jersey with a chain.
you didn't. Okay, we're gonna give him a pass. He was really trying to prove himself this episode. But Pops even did the most. I don't even know what that outfit was. Where did the costume department get that
That
outfit?
was awesome.
It was so funny.
That was
I
so-
mean, they cut his hair especially for that day, so he had the part on the side.
Right.
But what's sad is that I dress like that. Like I have that blazer.
Oh,
That's awesome. I actually like that. When I saw him, I was like, okay, I'm feeling this. Pop.
He rocked it.
He did. With his pipe. How many people seen a pipe lately?
I know.
I have not seen a pipe since like
Only he
forever.
Can do it. Yes, only he can do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to know you, Yara. Miss Yara Shahidi. Okay, so we've talked a lot about set, and let's just go ahead and congratulate her because she has been killing it lately. She has been killing it. If you guys are not up to date, she is the winner of an NAACP Image Awards recently for Blackish. What was that like? What was your acceptance speech like? Were you nervous?
Yeah, well, one, I didn't prep anything at all because I was like, it's cool that I was nominated.
Right.
I wasn't expecting much more. So they announced it at the dinner the night before the actual awards, and so we're all sitting there, and I'm waiting to clap for somebody else. So they say all the nominees' names, and then I'm like, are they repeating the nominees' names? Because they said my name again.
Oh my goodness.
So I start clapping and waiting for somebody to get onto stage until my mother taps me on the shoulder. She's like, Yara, you won. So I'm kind of out of it because I have no idea what's happening, not expecting this at all. I get onto stage, and if I remember correctly, my acceptance speech started with, wow, okay.
That was a genuine
Just kind of went from there, yeah. But it was amazing. I think what's cool is to know that people watch Zoe and connect with Zoe. I mean, it's cool that I could do that for people, that people will watch me and be like, oh my gosh, I get where she's coming from. I think that's the coolest part.
Are you like Zoe in any way?
Not so much.
So what is Yara like?
I'm more like Diane and Junior mixed together.
Right.
I am a geek and a nerd.
Okay.
I wouldn't say you're a geek.
Thank you.
There's nothing wrong with being a
Nothing
geek.
wrong. It's not a bad
embrace
thing to
it.
be a
I
geek.
embrace it.
Oh my god. I didn't say it was anything wrong.
No, but I remember like second grade in my journal, what was written in there. I said, "Dear God, please give me braces and glasses. Then I'll be cool."
Ask
wanted
for
that.
braces and glasses?
Did you get them?
I got my glasses.
Okay.
Braces. Had to settle with a retainer.
Oh gosh. Speaking of which, when you were young, so the first time I saw you and your mom was on a commercial. And I remember going, oh my goodness, this little baby is so adorable. Like, she's the cutest. And the lady that they cast as her mom could definitely be her mom. Only to find out later that was your real mom.
Yes.
And I love it. You guys, like, you've been doing this for a really long time. Did you always know you wanted to be an actress?
I didn't know. I mean, for me, when I was little, it was something fun that I got to do with my family. I mean, I got to work with my mama a few hours a day, made a commercial, then I was done. And it was just fun for me, and it was for the experience. But I love history. I love Greek mythology, so I was like, okay, I'm going to become a history professor, and I'm going to run the CIA. And then when I got my first movie script, at first I said no because it was just something new, and I didn't quite like new when I had so much fun with what I was doing. And it was for Imagine That, and I remember reading it and loving it. And as a 7-year-old, being able to transform into a kid with an imaginary world and to have this blanket, it was just fun.
Right.
And it was a great set to be on, and it just kind of introduced me to the world of like motion picture, TVs, and film, and from then I was kind of hooked. The thing about set is it's almost like a drug addiction where it's like once you're hooked, you can't leave.
Right,
You go through serious withdrawal when you're not on set.
If you could choose any like a historical piece to play, which would it be? Or which person would you want to play?
Who?
Oh, you just got excited.
I know.
She just
Look
got
at
excited.
This is running through my head like crazy.
Choose wisely. Someone could be watching.
Okay, well, I gotta think about this.
Okay, well,
See, whenever I think of characters, it's never, like, it's characters that I would be able to play if I could shapeshift, where I'd be
Okay.
like, I would love to play James Baldwin. I don't know how that,
girl, there's
how
some
that
really
could
good
happen.
special effects.
Yes, let's
Yes.
make that happen, actually.
So you'd be James Baldwin.
Yes, I would.
You get my vote. You
Yeah,
get my
I
vote.
love James Baldwin. I got hooked when I read Sonny's Blues. It was a short story he wrote, and I absolutely loved it. At my school, we had a really diverse literary canon that we had to read for 9th grade, and I just got hooked. So then from then I did a lot of research on him. I ordered his last interviews, but he's such an amazing
Right.
human being. I mean, to one, be a civil rights activist, and then two, have to deal with being black and homosexual in America during this time in which neither were accepted. He was not accepted in either either of his communities, and I think it's inspiring to see how much he went through and how much he overcame and the fact that he actually succeeded.
Look at you,
Very
girl.
good.
Very
I'm
good.
loving
that.
this. Wait, I need to see an episode where Zoe is Yara.
Exactly.
Because you are
Right,
so
right, right.
awesome.
Are you ever in public school? Ever?
Um,
Or just regular school?
I was actually at a regular school about 2 months ago. I've gone to a total of like 12 schools.
Wow.
Really?
Man.
Yeah, because I'm such an interesting learner. I'm a unique learner, so we always try and find the school that fits how I like to learn, which has been awesome. But just with the show and the schedule, we wanted to switch to a homeschooling program just because it was easier scheduling wise.
Yeah.
And then do you do studying with Marcus? Do you guys have like schooling together?
Yes, when we're on set, then we have a school trailer. So then the twins are on one side and Marcus and I on the other side.
Oh, that's fun.
They were talking about that last week. They were
Yeah.
like, we're always on the other side and we don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
laughing.
how you guys seem like you have so much more fun on that side. That's what
Yeah.
it is. You guys are having a party, huh?
Thing is, it seems like that, but when you can't really hear us, but it's like conversations about the most random things. So we
Right.
were talking about black matter and the fact that the universe is expanding, and we'll get really excited. So it might seem like a party because people are like, "Oh my god, yes!" But we're still talking about school.
See, I love this. You're 15. Like I feel like I'm talking to myself, honey. You're like,
I
grown. You're so
know.
grown. I
She's
love
so
this.
mature. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so Essence Magazine. We already talked about the fact that your curls are popping.
Yes.
But everyone on this feature make sure you guys check out the May 2015 feature for Essence Magazine because Tracee, Marseille, and Yara are on this cover.
With all their curls popping.
With their curls popping.
Boom, honey, natural.
So was this a twist out? Was it a wash and go? Who was doing your hair on this for this?
See, our hairstylist, mine Miss Tanya Cryer and Miss Roxy came and did our hair, and basically it started with a twist out, and then we just put we did a wand with it, and then we just expanded it. So it started like really tame and small. We're like, no, let's go bigger, let's go bigger,
Oh
let's
my
go
God.
bigger, and that's how that feature came to be.
I love it. Do you typically get the wand out, or how do they typically do your hair on set?
My hair is actually usually done with a wand. We're trying to keep it on the more natural side. I think for continuity, having to shoot like day 3, then shoot day 5, then go back to day 1.
Right.
It's a little hard to do like all natural, no heat, no nothing. But we're moving in that direction because the creator of the show, Kenya Barris, and then Tracee, of course, they love curly natural hair.
Right.
So it's definitely supported on set, and we're trying to find a way to make it happen.
Right. And that's so good because I remember there was a time, like when you would look on TV and every black woman only had straight hair. You know what I mean? Curls were not as accepted. They'd be like, can you just tame your hair? You know what I mean? And now I feel like I just saw this yesterday. I was driving down Hollywood Boulevard. There's this, was it Hollywood? Like right around the corner, there's this billboard, and this girl it's like a cell phone commercial, but her hair is just huge and big and curly. And I was like, yes, curly hair on this billboard. Yes.
Natural.
But you see, I think the natural thing has become more universal. Everyone wants bigger hair. Everyone wants the curly look, regardless of what race they are. So I'm so happy that it's finally accepted.
Right.
Because I couldn't even wear my hair natural when I was in high school, and I was so upset with my mother. But
Have you always been natural?
I remember even doing ads when I was little, and they never knew how to do my hair.
Yeah.
So I would do like little print ads with my friends, and on the way to the photo shoot, my mother would have to fix my hair because I would have 2 pigtails all cockeyed. But I've always been a curly girl.
That's good. That's good.
so what other things do you have outside of Blackish? Any upcoming projects? What can we see you on?
Well, right now during hiatus, I'm looking at scripts, seeing what my next project is. But I have a recurring on The Fosters and on Scandal.
Look at you. Yes.
Scandal.
Young Olivia Pope. How was that being, when you found out that you were going to be on Scandal as young Olivia, how did you feel?
That was so cool. I think partly because the script, it was basically describing me, because in the scene I was reading a book and listening to Michael Jackson. I was like, cool, I could do that. I think the best part, of course, was working with Joe Morton and Candy Alexander. Just to be in their presence.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that is amazing.
I know.
And then for The Fosters, what's your role on there?
I play a friend of Jude and Connor, Maddie. And that's all I'm going to say about that one.
Okay. Okay, Maddie.
What do you hope to see from your character now, Yara, in the future? I'm not Yara, Zoe.
See, I'm talking Zara. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think we're now officially starting to see Zoe blossom and see other sides of Zoe. I mean, her dynamic with Jack even this episode, and I want to see that continue, to see her flower, because there's a lot that we hadn't seen in the beginning of the season, just because she was the distant developmental teen who was like, no, I'm independent, I'm an individual, I don't need my family, but then she does at the same time. So I think it's fascinating to see her family dynamic, and we haven't really seen her dynamic with her friends.
Right.
We've talked about
That's what I
her
wanna
third
see.
best friend, Michelle,
Right.
a couple times, but I mean, no storylines really with her friends, so I'd like to see how Zoe treats them.
I'm
kinda
that's gonna be
scared.
interesting.
So if you could write your own episode, what would your episode be like?
Well,
You
I think the
give us-
first thing that comes to mind would be a Sweet 16.
Ah.
Because you know Zoe would go hard. She's Dre's
she would.
daughter.
She would.
And
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe JD can come back and DJ your
oh yeah, he's coming back. Yeah, I think that would be cool to one, see her get ready for all that, because you know that she's gonna put it on him, and then also see she's probably gonna have the pickiest invite list. Like, oh my god, no,
Exclusive.
she smells. Go away.
Right.
Oh yeah, he's cool. He has about 2,000 friends, so I guess he can come. So I wonder how that would happen. If Zoe had a Sweet 16, what would
Right.
end up
You
happening?
think Zoe
Exactly.
would invite Junior?
No, he can work the door.
Aw.
He can be your muscle. He can't be the muscle at the door.
Muscle?
Girl, he can do something to deliver your concessions or something.
He can pass out the food.
Oh, we're really trying for him.
Look, we're trying to get Junior into the
And
party
she's
by
like,
any means.
no, he can't even be there. He's gonna mess it
Maybe
up.
he can control the spotlight so that he
There you go.
there's
That's a
a
good one.
spotlight
The
on Zoe at all the
pyrotechnics
time. Yes.
for your party.
Okay,
You can
but
do
then
that.
are the twins? Are they gonna be invited? Are they
Of
cool?
course.
They're
Zoe
entertainment.
loves Diane.
That's so funny.
Poor Junior.
Because did you see how
She-
disappointed Zoe was when Diane denied her of the right to help
Right.
with the project?
Maybe that's what it is. She should be the muscle at the door.
Yeah,
She should.
Yes,
Yeah.
Diane would be like,
Diane
yo,
would
you
just
can't
look at
come in.
people.
I
You're not
would.
allowed.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's feisty.
She just look at people like,
Yeah.
oh, you
Right.
think you're coming in?
Right.
No.
Yo, you have siblings in real life?
Yes, I have two younger adorable brothers. A
Aw.
12-year-old brother who I've done a couple things with, a couple TV shows and a couple movies with, and a 7-year-old brother who is crazy and awesome.
Are you like do you guys ever fight, or are you always like, you're like mama sister to them?
I'm like the mama sister that has to be told to stop parenting.
Oh. Just raise
My
it up.
parents can attest to this. I mean, even on set, if Miles is dancing close to a table or something, I'm like, no, do not do that. Back away. Okay. I go into sister mode always.
Right. See, that's good. And then what do you like to do outside? Because you have such a busy, crazy schedule. What are some of the hobbies that you have?
Well, I love to read and I love to travel. I think they kind of go hand in hand because when I was little, I loved Greek mythology. So we went to Italy and I got to see the Roman versions of all these Greek gods, and I was freaking out. But
What do you
I
like
love
better, the
travel.
Roman versions or the Greek versions?
Greek versions, I
Okay.
think. Well, that's because they were the original versions. I do want to go to Greece, but I've been lucky enough to go to Dubai, New Zealand. I was in Oxford for a month in July to take 2 classes at Oxford University.
Look at you.
Oh.
You are not you're like a senior. You're like
Yeah.
in college already.
Do you want to go?
advanced.
Do you want to go to college?
Yes, I have my eyes on Harvard.
Yeah, you can do it. You
That
can do
is
it.
Harvard.
You
Yes.
can do it.
You're gonna what would you study at school, in college?
Well, I always want to study 2 things, and the second thing keeps changing. The first one has always been history, some sort of history.
Okay.
I'm being half Persian. I would love to study Islamic history because it isn't a topic that has really been covered for me
Right.
in school or anywhere else. So I think that would be fascinating. But I love world history, and then I love everything. So I mean, I love Harlem Renaissance too. So James Baldwin came towards the end of the Harlem Renaissance, but I love that kind of era in America in which Black culture is thriving and it's spreading across the nation. So I think either one.
How
yes.
old are you?
She's like 30. She's like, Yara's like 30.
I am
She's
45.
Grown. And we have to
45 at heart.
this is what we have to shout. She
Yes.
bought us all of this caramel corn.
It is
Yes.
so
I
good.
was
she?
sweet tooth, so you can't have regular popcorn unless you have caramel corn.
That's what I always say. At all of the movie theaters, I'm like, what, you don't have kettle corn here? Are you serious? Who are you?
Like, I will pay extra for my ticket just for the popcorn.
Right.
Yes.
Y'all gonna force me to be blackish and sneak my own in your purse.
No, but
just
if I
like
sneak my
Charlie.
own in.
I'm gonna have to be just like Charlie on
Oh
this
my
one.
goodness, Megan, you are a mess. So let's go ahead and jump into predictions, you guys.
Wait,
Are
before we
ready
do,
for
we have
that?
to talk about, wait, hold on, stop, wait. We have to talk about what happened with Charlie being Dre's boss, potentially, and what happened with the account.
It was a fail.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
luckily
there's not
Dre
much.
got that account, because had Charlie gotten the account, there would have been all sorts of packages in everybody's bushes.
Yes.
With a wig on it, with decoy packages.
That presentation, I was like,
The stick figures and the scribbles, it was just too much.
I mean, usually Charlie is pretty confident, but this is the first time when we really see Charlie like, oh,
I don't
am I
have
supposed
this.
to do?
he knows he's out of place.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then how often do you actually see Charlie on set? Because you're not in a lot of scenes with him.
I know. I mean, luckily, I think Charlie's one of the characters in The Office that mixes with the family the most. I think it was super cool. The Real World episode and Gift of Hunger episode when me and Junior get to go into the office. It was so funny to do scenes with Dre and his coworkers because Jeff Meacham and Deion Cole are hilarious.
They are. I love them both.
So far, what has been your favorite moment on set?
Favorite moment, like favorite scene, kind
Favorite
of thing.
scenes, yeah.
I think, okay, there are two that come to mind. When it comes to a funny scene, I think one of my favorites is also Gift of Hunger, episode 108. I remember the number to every episode, but I love Gift of Hunger because there's this one scene in which Dre's saying, no, our kids are going to be spoiled. I mean, just imagine what could happen. And Bo's like, it really couldn't be that bad. And then we flash to us in all white, Junior on a pimped out gold bike, and Zoe has a stack of real $100 bills.
They were real?
Yes, they were. And then the twins are on the ice cream truck. That was so fun. Like, they brought in machines to blow money. And then at the end of every scene, we all scattered to gather the money and put it back. But I love that scene. And then I think another one, I think it's actually the same episode. Oh, now I have like 3 favorite scenes. It's just going to keep growing as I continue to talk. But to get away from that episode, I also love Andre from Marseille when there's the one scene between Dre and Zoe when he knows that Andre dumped her because she's shallow. And you don't know how Zoe's going to react because, I mean, she really cares about her social appearance and what people think of her. And so he tells her and she's just kind of distraught until you realize she isn't. Like, she could care less.
Yeah.
So, I thought it was going to be something serious, like he thought I was ugly.
Right.
So that was your favorite. Oh my goodness.
That was fun to shoot. I think the one thing was, though, trying to get that lip gloss out of my pocket in time to put it on was the struggle. Because I kept, like, I would forget that it would be in my purse or it would be in my back pocket. So there was one moment in which I'm, like, rubbing my thigh, trying to figure out what pocket the lip gloss is in, till I realized it's not even in any of my pockets. It's in the purse.
I'm sure you have like a lot of fun times on set, like
Most
bloopers.
definitely.
I wanna
Oh my
see your
goodness.
bloopers. That
Well, we
would be
did
great.
do the
did
bloopers
bloopers.
special, but that would only like hit the surface
Right.
of the bloopers. I think they sent us two videos, and they were both 2 hours long of bloopers.
And you guys got a chance to pick which ones you like.
Yes, we had to pick some of the
man.
best of the best, but season 2, there will be more coming. I
I'm so
think at the
excited.
end, by the time we're done, we could just have a full season of just bloopers.
Right.
Have you guys started filming season 2 yet?
We haven't. We're waiting for our pickup. It will be announced May 12th.
Okay.
And
I'm
we're
sure
just
you guys will.
excited. Yeah.
I'm sure you'll get picked up.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
And
And
then-
we're protesting ABC. We're gonna protest you. You better pick it back up. Calling it NAACP. Everybody, you can pick up Blackish.
You are
So in the do you get a chance to work with Jennifer at all?
Yes, I do. I think Jennifer's in a lot of the family scenes, so we get to work with her a lot, and she is hilarious. The
Just
one
like
episode,
anybody's aunt
Oh my goodness.
in real life.
Even better. There's the one episode in which Dre and Bo are renewing their vows. It was so funny because she Jennifer decides to get up and go on this huge rampage about why Jesus is the only real church and the Church of Saturnology should not be trusted.
Right.
And she ends up making these sounds, like she just starts chanting in the middle of the scene, and then she starts just humming to herself, and they say cut, and she's still going.
Oh my gosh. That was my favorite part. She's
Right.
And I'm sitting right next to her trying to keep it together.
Who's the funniest person on set?
You can't
That's
answer
hard.
that.
That's hard.
No, that's not possible to answer. I think everybody's their own type of funny, and I think that comes from the fact that everyone's so committed to their character that they will do everything and anything for their character, which ends up in just ridiculousness.
So since there's so many funny people on set, what is Kenya like? He has to be the most hilarious person.
Right. To create a show like this.
Yeah.
He is, but he's low-key funny. Like, one of those he's quiet in real life, and you don't expect it, but he'll be like, hey, so I think I have this idea, and then drop the funniest joke on you, but it's still like this when he's talking.
Same tone, straight
Right.
Oh my goodness.
So you don't even know what really hits you, because it doesn't seem like he doesn't break, like he's just told a joke and that you're supposed to laugh. But you're laughing still because he just told an awesome joke.
Right.
And he's keeping it cool.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
That's how you keep it 100.
That's how you keep it 100. I can't even say it.
I love it.
Well, let's go ahead and get into predictions. And since you're here with us, Yara, I hope it'll be a little easier.
Now, your AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
I know, y'all was like, wait, what?
What's happening?
So every week we have these like outlandish predictions on what we think the next episode is going to be, and we've come up with a theme that you guys do episodes based off of holidays. For some reason, I think that's one of the things. So we were wanting to see Pops and Jennifer do like a reunion or something like that. We have all these crazy ideas, but what would you like to see happen?
Like for the next season. Since you already know what's happening this season. For the next season.
I was about to say it's a little unfair because I've shot every episode.
Right.
Next season. Well, you do know that we're gonna have to do another Christmas episode next season, and because Bo is keeping Ruby's secret, I wonder what that's gonna be like. The fact that Ruby doesn't actually make Christmas dinner, and then I feel like Zoe's kind of in the know. She just knows about everything.
Right.
So I think she's going to end up finding out, and then she's going to blackmail both her grandmother and her mother and get something that she wants.
I like that.
I would like that. You better get your writer's credit, y'all.
Kenya, you heard it. We've been trying to give Kenya, like, Kenya, you gonna give us writer's credit for our predictions? Let me see. I'll give you my prediction.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want Zoe to do something that is completely not like herself. So I was thinking, like, there's a warped, I don't know, flashback, and everyone in the episode is completely not themselves. I want Zoe to be Junior, Junior to be Zoe, like, everybody just switch. Everyone's somebody different.
Well, I have to say you have to keep watching, because they're... That's actually all I'm going to say.
I need my writer's credit. I need my writer's credit.
It was already written.
I would like to see that. And I would like to see Zoe fail miserably at dating.
Oh,
why do you want
Because it's so awesome. Like, it's like opposite of what she does. Because Junior does it.
I think she kind of failed, though,
She didn't
already.
fail with She failed with Andre?
She did. She failed with the French guy.
No, he dumped her for the reason that she was okay with, so that wasn't really bad, okay?
It wasn't, but I think we've seen enough.
I wonder what happened with Zoe's dating life. Like, all of a sudden she has 2 boyfriends, and then she just goes incognito.
Right. I'd like to see more about that.
Well, sticking with the holiday theme and going back to Girlfriends, one of my favorite episodes was when Tracee was like, Cinco de Mayo, holiday time.
Oh my gosh,
So they should do a Cinco de Mayo episode where she goes back and she sings that really quickly, just so it's like, so you know, and that'll be like epic.
That would be awesome.
That would, yes.
See, y'all are way better than me. I'm going to do something typical. I was hoping to see something for Mother's Day, just so we could really see all the moms, Grandma Ruby, Bo's parents, all in one place. Like, I think that would be
a good one.
amazing.
Well, then you just have to keep watching.
Wait, am I on to something?
That's a good
Hopefully.
one.
Now watch Yara setting us up. Like,
I
look
know,
Like,
we
Yara, there's
I'm
obviously
find out
happening.
that there was
I'm
no
anticipating
episode.
it.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, Yara, you did us dirty.
Well, you guys, we love Yara, and we wish you would have
you.
tweeted us a few more things as far as questions, but Yara will look at the comments later and see what you had to say about this episode. Be sure to use the hashtag ABTVBlackish so it can be all in one place. Go to YouTube again, give us 5 stars because you know she's bomb, we're bomb, and you need to keep watching.
And you're bomb because you watch.
Yes, and we're bomb because you watch. And where can everybody find you lovely ladies?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Shaprintace Lynn with 2 N's.
And you can find me, Megan Thomas, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Meg Scoop, like scoop of ice cream, butter pecan, please.
And where can they find you, Yara?
They can find me on Twitter at Real Yara Shahidi and Instagram at Official Yara Shahidi.
All right, and you guys can keep in touch with me at Teznos on Twitter and Instagram. Again, use that hashtag. Watch us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And keep watching Blackish because we have 3 more episodes. The finale is apparently bomb,
It
and
really
you
is.
need to keep watching.
Yes.
Support Blackish.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys next week after Buzzers.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.